Hello again. Today I will be doing a review on this 2011 all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue SL. This model has a 2.5-liter four-cylinder continuously variable transmission engine. It has 170 horsepower with 175 pound-feet of torque. Alright, well, I'm happy to be reviewing this 2011 Nissan Rogue. This is the SL model, all-wheel drive, and it's been very well kept. Very well kept. It's about 57,000 miles on it. I'll verify that when I get inside the car. But yeah, it's been very well kept. And these headlights, we'll start with the front here. These are typical of the time period. And these are halogen headlights, and they've got the fog lights on this model. Coming over to the wheel, this is a size 18 wheel, and this size tire is a, what is this? This is a 225/55R is what this is, size 18. These wheels are disc brakes on all four wheels, and this is an alloy wheel as well. And coming over here to the outside mirror, this is the same material as the car, same color rather. And the color, speaking of the car, the color is a black amethyst, is what this is called. Coming over to the door handle, this has a button for lock and unlock. As long as you have your key fob on you, or you have a little deal here to stick your key in if you need to do that. And speaking of the door, I will show you the key fob here. This is what it looks like. It's typical things, lock, unlock, and a panic button, or to find your car. And this has the feature, well, it's designed where you can slide the key out if you need to do that. Coming around to the back here, of course, it's got the Rogue sign, and there's the SL all-wheel drive. Now I'm going to come back here in a minute. We'll talk about the trunk. But the exhaust, I like how they have that chrome on the exhaust. Makes it look real nice. And coming up here, I do like how they have this wing, this over the back window. Looks sharp. And the brake light is on the wing. And on the back window, you have a wiper blade to help you out when it's bad weather or raining, snowing, raining. All right, so we're going to go on the inside here. Starting with the door, this material it's a little soft, but not very soft. But it's a little soft there. This is a soft touch here as well. Not too soft, but it is. And of course, you got your controls for the windows and whatnot, and the door locks. Coming over to the seat, this looks like it may be an 8-way power seat that includes a lumbar support. And you've got the perforated seats. And this is all leather, so perforated leather seats. And just a comment on the seats. I know the owner of the vehicle mentioned that the only problem she's had with this vehicle is the seat. And she had it repaired once, and at times it still causes problems when you're sitting down. There's this noise that's going on, like something is not attached underneath. I haven't noticed anything today, but it is a problem with the seats that she says is annoying. So that's the only complaint that she has. Coming over here, this knob here controls the outside mirrors, and this here controls the brightness of your dome. And you can lock the all-wheel drive if you choose to do that. This here, you can turn off your traction control if you want to do that. Coming over here, this is a tilt only. It does not telescope as far as the steering wheel is concerned, and this is the latch to lock that in place. Now this over here, this is where the fuses are for the car, or some of the fuses. Alright, getting in, let's get in here. This is a leather wrapped steering wheel, and it has just common features. It's got, if you want to make a phone call, the volume control for the radio, and this controls changing it from the radio to the satellite radio, is what that button does. And over here, of course, you can accelerate if you have it on cruise control, and these are features like that. And this button here controls the screen. And actually, I'll turn the car on here. And speaking of turning the car on, as long as you have your key fob on you, you turn this here to start the car. So let's do that. As long as your foot is on the brake, put your foot on the brake and you turn, and that's all you do. That's before they had a push button, I believe. Alright, so coming back, there's a little screen there. I'm going to raise the steering wheel just a little bit. So we're going to push this button here, and it just changes how you view that screen. Yeah, so that's all that is. But yo, so 59, so this vehicle has 59,789 miles on it. So that's pretty good for 2011 vehicle. All right, and speaking of the tachometer area, everything is large, so that you can see them visibly. No problems with that. Oh, now I do need to check the air in the tires. That symbol over there is a symbol saying that needs to be some air in the tires. So I'm going to check the air and put some air in it for her before I return the car. All right, down by the steering wheel here, you have a couple of stocks. This stock over here controls the light switches over there, typical things. Over here it controls the windshield wipers in the front and the rear and things like that. Coming over here, let's start at the top of the car here. This is soft touch material. This is hard. This is soft touch. So it goes all the way around, all the way over here. All that soft touch. So that's great. Up here, you notice it says Bose sound system. I don't know what the wattage is on the car, but it sounds really good. I was very impressed with the sound system that it's got in here. So very nice, very nice. Coming down in the middle here on the dash, you've got your radio controls. This has the capability of having XM radio. This car is not subscribed to that, but it does have that if she chooses to purchase that. It has a CD player as well. And on this side over here, you've got the navigation, you've got maps, and I was surprised that it had that. So it's very nice. Now I was tinkering around with it just a little bit, and let's see here. I'll just do something really simple here. We'll just say destination. We'll say places. We'll say nearby restaurants. All right, I'm gonna go far away. Let's say side pockets. No, that's not far away. Let's say Culver's. And then, so it gives you the address, and then you hit start. It calculates.
The route calculation is complete. Right. Please proceed to the nearest road.
And that's all you have to do. And then to cancel that, let's see, I'm going to hit return. Let's try navigation again. Okay, navigation button, and then you're going to hit cancel route. And do you want to cancel? Yes, I do. So it's nice that it has that. Or if you just want the maps to come up, just because you want to see the streets. I'm in the park, so the streets are not going to show up right now, but the streets will show up. Let's shrink this and see. Okay, no, I got to be a little bit farther away, or more so on the street. Now on this screen, this is about 5 inches, I think, is the size of that. I know it's not 8, so I think it's 5 or something like that. But this has a backup camera, which is in black and white. And it has lines that are guidelines, but they're not trajectory lines. But it's still helpful. But yeah, black and white screen to help you out when you're backing up. So that's great that it has that. All right, and if we come down a little further here, you control your air conditioning, your climate control, and things like that. This knob over here, this is a power outlet, so you just pull this. This is basically a cover, and you have that. You plug in. Okay, and then you over here you have your stick shift here. This is interesting shape. I've never seen a shape like that before. But yeah, that's interesting. It's very different. Down a little further, it has heated seats for the driver and the passenger. And I believe it's just one speed. Yeah. Well, it's 2 speeds, low or high. All right, and you've got a little slot to put little coins or doodads. And it's got 2 cup holders. One of them has a little groove to keep a small bottle in place. I don't know if it'll keep that in place. I guess I'll find out. All right. Now, here's the armrest here. It is a padded armrest. Not padded a lot, but it is padded. And it's deep to put some items in. Over here, we have the glove compartment, and it is pretty deep. So it's a lot of room in there. Yeah, lots of room. And up here is where the vanity mirrors are on the visor. So that's great. It's for the driver and the passenger. And further up here, there's a map light for the driver and the passenger. And there's a compartment to put your sunglasses in. And she's got hers there. And the button here controls the sunroof. So you push it once, and it slides open. And you can tilt it where a little bit of air is coming in, and it doesn't slide all the way back. So that's great. And coming back over here, we'll push that, and it closes. And if you choose to, now if you don't want the sun to come in, you just slide that cover, and you can control that. One thing I'll mention about the A-pillars in the car here, it is thick, and particularly at the bottom. So you need to be aware if you're, cars that will be in that direction, it could be a little blind spot there. So for both sides, of course. And then in the back on the C pillar, there is a little window over there. There's which I'm glad they have that. So you have the back window, and then you have that little window at the C pillar area back there. And I'm glad they have that, a little open area. As far as me being able to see out of the back, I haven't had any problems with that window. I see just fine. So I wanted to mention that. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around to discuss the headspace. Now, I'm 5'10", and I have plenty of space. That sunroof helps. So no issues for me sitting in here, or if you're slightly taller than I am. So just a note on that. Okay, regarding the back door, this is hard plastic here. Now the armrest is soft material. This is soft touch here, so that's great. Now on the inside there is no armrest for the backseat passenger, and which is typically over there in the middle. Now there is a map pocket behind the driver's seat and behind the passenger seat. And getting in, I'm 5'10", and I have room. There's space between the seat where I have it positioned, and my feet can go a little bit under the seat there, and no issues at all. So that's good to know. Now, coming to this area here, this is where the cup holders are. So down here, let me change hands here. You slide this back, and there are the cup holders. So that's great. So let's check out the headspace in the back here. I'm going to turn this camera around and see how much space I have. Now, I don't have any problem. The ceiling actually goes up a little bit above my head, so that's great that it does that. Again, I'm 5'10" and I'm fine. I think if you're 6 feet, well, you'll be fine. But if you're that much taller than 6 feet, your head's going to rub against the ceiling. Okay, coming to the trunk area here, what you do if you want to, this is a button here if you want to lock it so that it's not open, and then of course you can unlock it by pushing it again, and then you reach under here and push, and it opens. Now I've got a lot of things back here. This is about 28.9 cargo, I'm sorry, 28.9 cubic feet back here, and with the seats down, I believe it's 58.9 cubic feet. So I'm going to show you what it looks like without all my camera stuff back here. But it's got a cargo cover, which is convenient, and you can cover your items and just slide it back. I don't know if I can do this in one hand because I've got to get it exactly in the groove. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, there it is. So that's what it looks like with it covered. Looks like, okay. So this is what it looks like without all my items in the back here. 28.9 cubic feet. And this vehicle does have a spare tire, and I'll show you that. But so you basically lift this cover up, and then there's a compartment here. Now there's a little tray. You can put some items in. Not sure what you would put in there because you wouldn't want anything moving around too much. But it's got a little compartment if you want to hide some things. And the spare tire is under there. Or if we lift up, you can kind of see it that way. Now I'm going to go over here and let one side down. This is a 40-60 split seat back there. So let's go on this side of the car. It says on the back seat. So to let this down, there's a little knob there that you pull. So let's see if the front seat is in the way a little bit, but I'm gonna see if I can move that up and then try it again. Okay, I moved the front seat up just a little bit so I can have this back seat fold. Now it's not totally flat, as you can see, and it's interesting. I see that they have this material here to connect it to help with the seam. So it's not totally flat, but it's good that it lets down anyway. So that's good to know. The Rogue does have these hydraulics on each side of the trunk here. And I noticed that the door slammed really smooth, which is real nice. Unlike I have an Encore and it doesn't have hydraulics on here, but I'll just you shut it and let go. Yeah, real smooth. The Nissan Rogue was first introduced in 2008. It's assembled at the Nissan Smyrna assembly plant in Smyrna, Tennessee. There are 3 generations of the Rogue. The first generation is from 2008 to 2013. The second generation is from 2014 to 2020. And the third generation begins in 2021. This all-wheel drive compact SUV has a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder continuously variable transmission engine that produces 170 horsepower with 175 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60. According to 0to60.com, the all-wheel drive Rogue can go from 0 to 60 in about 8.2 seconds. Fuel economy. According to fueleconomy.gov, the Rogue gets 22 miles per gallon in the city and 26 on the highway, with 24 miles per gallon combined. The ride. The Sportage rode well. I was impressed at how well the CVT shifted. There are no noticeable wind noises from the inside, and the 170 horsepower engine moved the vehicle along well and would zip. It did well over bumps and railroad tracks and was not harsh. Consumer Reports shows the 2011 Rogue is having average reliability with problem areas with the transmission and drive systems. U.S. News gives the Rogue an overall score of 8.10 out of 10, with the reliability score being 4 out of 5. Car Indigo gives the Rogue a 2.4 out of 10 on reliability. Consumer Guide gives the compact SUV points for its front seat comfort, cargo room, and fuel economy. It lists the cons as the ride and noise. It gives an overall score of 53 out of 100. It shows problem areas as the wipers for the 2009 through the 2013 models, fuel gauge for the 2008 through the 2009 models, and a creaking noise coming from the center console for the 2008 model. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration reports 2 recalls for the Nissan Rogue. Number 1. Electrical short due to water seepage as of January 2015. An electrical short can cause a vehicle fire. Number 2. Electric power steering assist control unit. As a circuit board fails, the power steering assist feature will stop functioning, increasing the force needed to steer the vehicle and increasing the risk of a crash. Crash test. The National Highway Transportation Safety Administration shows the following. Overall front crash test, 4 out of 5. Front driver's side, 4 out of 5. Front passenger side, 3 out of 5. Overall side crash test, 5 out of 5. Well, that concludes my review of the 2011 all-wheel drive Nissan Rogue SL. Know that on vehicle recalls, you take the vehicle to the dealership to be repaired for free. Remember to do your research prior to the purchase of any vehicle. Which auto will you choose on your next purchase? Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe. You all take care.